Let's talk about Apple again. Welcome to Game Rating Review. My name is Jean-Marc Lejean, and I know that some of my content hasn't been video game related recently, especially last week where apparently it was all about my cats. But this week I want to talk about Mac, and specifically a new product that's coming out, the new MacBook Pro that is coming out. And actually today, December 14th, is the day that it comes out. And this kind of escaped my periphery, and I didn't know it was coming out until I went online and looking at, of course, getting a new phone. Maybe the picture quality would be better. And then I saw the MacBook Pro is coming out, shockingly enough. First and foremost, why am I a Mac person? Why did I choose Mac? Well, growing up, every time I used it, I loved it. I thought it was intuitive. I liked that it was hard to get viruses on it. I really enjoyed my experiences with a Mac, and I used PC before. And I always had more problems with using a PC than I did with a Mac. Plus, I really got into my iPhone. Once I got my iPhones, I got into iTunes and started buying all of my music through iTunes. All of my CDs that I used to own, I now own on iTunes. Everything I listen to now, I listen to on Apple Music. I use Apple Music instead of Spotify or anything else because you can listen to any music that I want, any playlist that I want without commercials on Apple Music. It's great. So then when I decided to do YouTube, I realized that number one, I can use my phone as a camera. It's a really good camera. And if anyone is starting a YouTube channel, please use your iPhone. Just turn it sideways whenever you're using it, and you'll get that full frame picture ready to go. And I wanted something that it could sync to in a good way, because when I had a PC and I had to download iTunes on the PC in this weird way, and I was like, I don't really like this. I know that if I sync iTunes to my iMac, it would be perfect, but doing it to a PC, not so good. And then I looked up Final Cut Pro, and it looked exactly what I needed. Whenever I visualized what the editing process would be like, Final Cut Pro actually hit it on the head. I was like, that looks exactly like the way I would break scenes apart and transition and everything. It seemed perfect, other than other creating stuff that I've seen. And there might be better stuff than Final Cut Pro, don't get me wrong, but Final Cut Pro just initially, that's what worked for me. So I pretty much put myself in the debt buying this machine. And it's great. I mean, it's not very powerful, and it's not a great gaming PC or thing to use for gaming. I have to low-res everything that I play, but to me, the graphics don't matter. To me, what matters is the gameplay. But the only thing that I feel that struggles on the Mac that I'm currently using is sometimes whenever I'm using Final Cut Pro, it lags. And sometimes I need multiple screens open because I'm like, okay, do I need to pull this picture in? Do I need to pull this video in into Final Cut Pro? And sometimes I have so many screens open, it starts chugging, and then I have to take the screen or minimize the screen and then keep working and then bring it back up. And it's a lot of pasting, and you know, the editing process takes forever anyway. The Mac Pro, first and foremost, is a beautiful machine. This dark gray design, I love it. All of my favorite consoles are black and dark, and I think it looks great. And of course, the specs are really high. 5K Retina display. The processors are 8 and 10 core. Apparently, the 18 core isn't going to be out till next year. So if I really wanted the most powerful iMac Pro I could get, I would have to wait till next year to get it. But it's a very powerful machine. It has this Radeon Pro Vega 5.6 graphics processor with 8 gigs, which is up there with the PlayStation 4's processor, which is great. And actually, the front camera is 1080p. This one's only 720 on the one that I have. So I think that's also great. Not that I use my camera for anything, not that I've ever Skyped on it, but if I wanted to, I would look great. And I've never actually thought of filming with that camera. Maybe I should, but I don't know. But the iMac Pro is great, and it starts at $5,000. As much as I'm gushing about this, I can never afford it. I would love to own this machine. It would change my life. It's not like it would change my life incredibly. It would just help me in my editing and in everything that I do on this machine. It would just be so much faster. So I hate the price point. If I had unlimited money, of course I would get a MacBook Pro, and of course I would juice it up. But the other problem, I didn't even know this, that the iMacs are actually customizable. I had no idea that I could take the back plate off and add on to it and take away if I wanted to. I had no idea I had that option. But with the MacBook Pro, the new ones, they're not customizable. The back is sealed. You can't take it off, and you can't change anything in it. So whatever you buy in the MacBook Pro, that's what you get. Now that I know I can upgrade my MacBook, I might see about doing that and see what the cost is and how I can do that without hopefully destroying my machine, because I don't want to do that. It feels like it's been a while since Apple has shown something new when it comes to the iMacs, because yeah, there's no number to them like the phones. You know, there's the iPhone 10 out and 8 and whatever is out there now. It was weird when I got my iMac and wondering, like, where's the numbers at? Where's the incremental value in them? And how often do these come out? And now there's different SKUs. The same thing with the iPad. I don't see the iPad coming out that often with better SKUs either. And now there is an iPad Pro as well, so I don't know. I'm excited about this. I could never afford it. I could just go to the Mac store and just play on it and pretend like I have one, which is what I did before my YouTube channel. Before I got my YouTube channel, I would walk into every Mac store and just play on a Mac and be like, I want this. I want this so badly. This is what I need. And then eventually I put myself in the debt buying one. Yes, tell me what you think of the iMac. Tell me if I'm crazy for owning one or being a Mac person. I don't care. I think it's great. It's just that cost is so crazy. And maybe one day I could afford it. Thank you for watching Game Rating Review. My name is Jean-Marc Lejean. Please hit the like, subscribe button if you like what you see. And that was my opinion on the new iMac Pro that is coming out.